Hello, church family. On Wednesday, Dan and I had the opportunity to share about a Christian response to racism. And since that time, my heart has just been heavy. I grew up with black friends. I played soccer with black friends. I have black friends today who are dear brothers and sisters in Christ. And I just have never been a person of racial prejudice. But here's the challenge for me. Because I've not been a person of racial prejudice, it's easy for me to believe that prejudice simply isn't happening around me. The events of this last couple of weeks have shown just how powerful of a hold racism still has in our country. And, as I've talked with black friends, as I've read posts from people that I trust and respect, I've just heard story after story of prejudice and profiling and hurt and evil that's been done against them, even right here in our own region. One of the verses that we shared on Wednesday was Micah 6:8, and it says, "He has told you, O man, what is good. And what does the Lord require of you? But to do justice, and to love kindness, and to walk humbly with our God." In order to walk humbly and to do justice and to love kindness, we need to first acknowledge our own naivety to this issue. We need to acknowledge how deep and real this issue still is in our country. I need to open my eyes to the fact that my black friends, they don't live the same reality that I live. There is still so much hurt and so much pain. And I need to apologize for ultimately for having my head stuck in the sand. And then I need to look for opportunities to be a voice of change. I was reminded this last week that silence is consent for racism. Silence is consent for racism, and that really struck a chord with me. The phrases that we find in Micah 6:8, to seek justice, to love kindness, to walk humbly, those are active phrases. They're not passive phrases. And that requires that I need to stand up and speak out and seek God in all of this. I don't know exactly how that's going to play out for me, but what I am committed to is I'm committed to figuring this out. And I hope you'll join me in that process. On Sunday, tomorrow, Dan, he's going to preach and continue speaking about this issue as he talks about the armor of God and how we can be people who bring the good news of peace to others, the gospel of peace to those around us. I hope you can join us at 9 or 10:30 at firstosby.online.church. And between now and then, let's continue to pray for God's healing for this racial divide. God bless you, church family.